Viking Voices, the People of Princeton. I am the proud superintendent of Princeton City Schools, Elgin Card, and I have my wonderful co-host, Miss Lilli Edmiston. Lilli, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So let's remind the people who you are and what you do here at Princeton.
I'm a junior, and currently I'm doing a lot with choir, orchestra, and I'm also in the musical. So come see that. It's really
Very
fun.
busy young lady. So we appreciate you being here. Also, we have Mary Gurton, star basketball player, fabulous young lady, and a great student, and Coach D. Davis here with us as well. How are you folks doing?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. So, Maury, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here at Princeton, what you're involved in, things of that nature.
I'm a senior here at Princeton. I'm, of course, on the girls basketball team. I was in marching band and the concert band for a little bit, but now I'm not.
So, something about you I know is you were a finalist for the McDonald's All-American, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean to you?
It means a lot to see that like all my hard work from previous years have paid off, and to get that nomination is something that means a lot to me.
Awesome. Coach Davis, how you doing today?
I'm well. How are you?
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do here at Princeton and some of your background, please.
Just a Princeton alum. I've been back now 4 years, leading the girls basketball program, also a secondary wellness coordinator. Just coming back to impact as much as I can.
That's awesome. And I know I've been around Princeton since 2003, so I got here right when you were leaving. So we got to know each other a little bit when I was teaching and coaching here as well as you were going here. And also, I go in the gym, I see a banner up there with your name on it. What's that all about?
I had to pay McDonald's to put that up there. It was McDonald's All-American, actually the first one from Princeton.
Okay.
Pretty cool honor.
Okay. So, Maury, we know that this Saturday evening, our girls basketball team will play for a state championship, and you were a state champion as a sophomore. And I remember, I wasn't at Princeton then, but I was at the game setting courtside, and I remember this little sophomore out there. I said, "Who's that young lady? I don't know her." How hard you played, how hard you hustled. How have you improved since then? Because I know you're doing great things.
I would say I've been working on my leadership. I feel like my senior year I had to step into a large leadership role leading the team. At the beginning of the season, it wasn't going how we planned for it to go, but just keeping my team together and keeping us focused on the main goal, which was to get to state.
Yeah, and I think that leadership is so important because, as you said, there were some bumps in the road, but we're where you want to be now, and hopefully we can finish that up on Saturday evening. Tell us a little bit about what the other things you do other than basketball. You told us about you used to be in the band. Tell us about maybe one of your favorite classes, maybe one of your favorite teachers or staff around here.
My favorite teacher is Miss Williams. I never had her as a teacher, but I just love how energy she is. She's always a listening ear, very supportive. I would say my favorite class would have to be IB, Theory of Knowledge. It's just a class where you just get to learn about different perspectives, different people's, the way they think, and stuff like that.
So IB, that's pretty heavy stuff. And that's what's great about our student athletes here is she is a student athlete. It's not just about the basketball piece, it's about the academics as well. Coach Davis, Maury said, early in the season, things were a little rocky. And I know, you talked a couple times about it. What came together to get you where you're at now, to bring the team together? What would you?
It turned into a team. They weren't, in the beginning, meshing as well as we thought we would do early on. We have a lot of personalities and a lot of talent, but it took a little while for them to really understand the value of each person and what it meant to get to our final destination. And I would say the last month and a half, they've really gelled on both ends of the floor, on and off the floor, and it's just been fun to see the growth. Because, I told them yesterday at dinner, I said, sometimes you have to go through it to get to it, and you have to go through some of the hard to show how resilient you are.
And I think part of what we look at our girls basketball team this year is just that. That talent is really important, but chemistry is important as well. And that's in any walk of life. So I think you ladies are a great example, this team, of what that's about. And we really, really appreciate that. You make me proud. You make Princeton proud. A lot of people, I've been getting a lot of messages and, can I get tickets to the game? I said, you can buy some if you want, but I don't have any extras. But I think it's exciting there. Maury, when you think about Princeton, and you think about your time here, what are your favorite things? I'm sure basketball's one of them, but outside of athletics, what has been your favorite things about Princeton?
I would say the supportive, staff, how supportive the staff is and teachers. And even like the big administrators, you know, they come to the games, teachers, like I said, not only just Miss Williams, but staff, they're listening ear. They don't care. I mean, they care about you outside of just being a student.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think that community is so important. And that's what Princeton brings, a very diverse community that care about each other. And I think that's so important. And happy you said that, because I didn't coach her at all on that. She said that on her own. So that was awesome. Coach Davis, when you think about your time here as a student and now your time here as an employee and a coach, what has changed, what is the same, and what is so special for you?
You know, the community piece, so many people remembering me from back in high school, you know, being a product of Princeton and being able to walk in this new building, which I didn't have the luxury of being a part of, but just to see how well Princeton has continued to grow throughout the years, and being here on a different lens and landscape, seeing the support from the community, seeing the support from everyone has just been super special. You know, being a player back in the day, being in that old wooden gym, you know, the standing room only type of crowd and atmosphere, and then being able to see it several years later is amazing. I just really appreciate the support and the backing that everybody has for our kids. It's been awesome.
Miss Lilli, any question you would have for these folks?
To ask if there's any other messages you would like to share with the community.
Come to the state game Saturday, 8:30 at University of Dayton.
I second that.
We want a lot of red in the stands, whatever color we're wearing.
We're wearing black and camo.
Black and camo, there you go.
There you go.
Well, as you know, the Princeton Gala is that night, so I'm going to be there for a couple hours, but I will be rolling to Dayton in my tux,
Yes, sir.
cheering you on and ready, and I'll look good in those championship pictures, I guess. So I have my tux on. So anything else you want to add before we let you go? I know you're busy, you have a busy day and a lot going on.
No, I just want to say thank you to everybody for your support throughout the season. These young ladies have been working exceptionally hard, and to have your support means everything to us. So thank you, and we hope that you come out Saturday night.
All right, well, thank you for being here. And we always finish with, have a great day, and as always,
Go
Vikes! Welcome back to Viking Voices, the People of Princeton. We now have with us Associate Principal here at Princeton High School, Ms. Dawn Stollard, and Senior Jennifer Barrera Mendoza. How are you ladies doing?
Great.
Great.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Stollard, you are the freshman principal this year, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. So, can you give us, first of all, before we get to that, tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, how long you've been at Princeton. You're a staple here, and you know we have some good news for you, but sad news for us. You can talk about that too if you like.
Okay. So I've been in education for 34 years. Started out as a special education teacher at Valley View, and then I went to, was a transition coordinator, a special ed coordinator, became a director of special ed and pupil personnel, even did a stint as an interim director or interim superintendent at the Department of Developmental Disabilities. And then I landed at Princeton as a special ed coordinator, and then became a principal here at the high school. I think my favorite role, where I feel like I had the most impact with kids, was here. This is home. I live in the district, and it means a lot to me. I love the kids and the staff here.
Okay. I think I would agree 100%. In my role now, I think you don't get that as much kid time as you would like, and the kid time is why we got into this. So I see you loving and hugging on the kids and being there for them. So that's a great. And I can even give a test to myself. My own daughter is here, and I know how much you take care of her, so I really appreciate that as well. Jennifer, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a senior, and I've been at Princeton all my life, so proud Viking. And I'm in multiple clubs, and I really enjoy the environment Princeton has given me.
So Jennifer, we have you here. You're going to be a Hero of Character Award recipient here in, I believe in April. We have that banquet, I think. Tell us a little bit about that.
So essentially, I was nominated because of the characteristics I have, and it comes naturally to me, so I didn't have to really work hard. It's just the people around me that I surround myself with just noticed and thought that this award really, that I deserved it.
Yeah, and I agree you do, because when I come in the building and every time I see you, it's a big smile and a high five or a hug, and that's what it's all about. So just being a good person, treating people right, having great character, because that's something that will follow you the rest of your life in whatever field you go into. So that's that. And then also, this last couple of days, you took part in the DECA state competition. Tell us about that and how you did.
So first, I think it was December where it was districts. Essentially, DECA is a organization where it helps people who are interested in the business field, whether it be marketing, finance, or even accounting, do role plays or events to prepare themselves for any kind of event in the future. So I did apparel and accessories marketing. Basically, I just marketed some fake scenario, which I was able to do. I passed districts, and for the past 2 days, I was at Columbus. And the first round was semifinals. I was top 10, so it was a step closer to going to Florida, but unfortunately, I did not make it top 5. But I'm still grateful that I brought something home.
But let me ask you this, top 10 is pretty good.
It is.
How many
very
kids
good.
were involved in that?
There was around 47 in my event, so that was really exciting.
So you
Very
should be
good.
very proud, because we're proud of you, because we know the hard work you put in and how you represented Princeton is great. Ms. Stollard, as the freshman principal dealing with the underclassmen, what things are going on at this time of year that this community should know about with our underclassmen?
So we've got end of course exams coming up. Obviously with freshmen, you know, it's all about the relationships. I mean, that's with all our kids. It's all about the relationships first. But we're really pushing and making sure they're getting their credits, but also, you know, state tests are coming up. So we're really pushing and, you know, meeting with our kids and having those one-on-one conversations, how important those tests are. We're going into classrooms. Each one of our admin have a different subject area that they're going in, and we're going over how important it is, what they should do the night before, what they should do that morning of. And really, you know, having those conversations and making sure they understand the importance, but knowing that we really care about them and why it's important.
Well, great. Jennifer, I think when you think about Princeton, tell me what your favorite things are about it. What's your favorite classes, your favorite teachers or folks in the building?
I love digital marketing and AP statistics. They really challenge me and just prepare me for the future. So shout out to Ms. McCowan and Ms. Sia. And what I love most about Princeton is the opportunities they give to their students.
Okay, great. Ms. Stoller, we know, I've known you for a few years now as a outside colleague and now as a teammate. And we know you have you're moving on.
Yes, I am.
Would you like to talk about that?
Sure. So I'm retiring after this year. The plans right now are just to spend some time with my family. They've kind of taken a back seat for 34 years. So it's their time to have me to themselves. So it's bittersweet. I'm definitely going to miss this family because it is a family. That's one thing I will say about Princeton, and I've had the benefit of being other places, but Princeton really is a family. The kids are amazing. We have wonderful kids. My kids are all grown, married, but if they were young, they would be at Princeton. We have just amazing kids. We have amazing staff, and this is a place to be. So yeah, I'm going to miss it, but I'll be coming and watching. I'll see you guys in the community, and I'll be cheering you on.
Well, and I was going to say that is just because you're not here every day, you're still family.
Right.
I've been in and out a couple times, and they've welcomed me back. So you're always welcome here, regardless of whom, because you've made a difference for our kids and our community, and we greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
Ms. Lilli, do you have any questions for Ms. Stoller?
One, I want to say thank you because I saw you at the orchestra or Orcapalooza yesterday.
Yes.
So that was really fun.
That was fun.
And then also, is there any message that you would like to share with the community, both of you?
Yes, I would. Can I talk about the movie? Yes, I would. I live in the community, so as a taxpayer, I would like to say I hope that everybody goes out and supports our district because personally, these students mean so much to me, and our staff means so much to me, and they do amazing things, and they're worth it. And I hope that you, when you go to vote, you think of that because they are truly amazing people.
And what I have to say is try to get out of your comfort zone. Without me trying to get out of my comfort zone, none of this would have happened.
Great. Well, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you're busy, your day's busy. You have tests, you said today, and I know you're always hustling around the building, so we appreciate you. We feel lucky to have you as part of our team and part of our family. All right. So we'll finish like always. Have a great day, and as always,
Go Vikes!
Welcome back to Viking Voices, the People of Princeton. We're here with one of our staff members, one of our student athletes. You'd like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, Coach?
Great. I'm Gino McGowan's varsity baseball head coach, and I'm also the media paraprofessional. So I distribute Chromebooks and take care of the library.
Okay, great. And?
I am Charlie Robinall. I play baseball here at Princeton. In the past 3 years, I was in the band program and marching band.
Okay. You know, that's one of the great things I love about Princeton with our athletes and just our students in general. They take part in many things. Lilli does the same. She's involved in a lot of things. A lot of schools don't offer that. So you can be in music programs and athletics and clubs, and the coaches and the staff work together to allow you to do that. So I think that's an awesome thing to be able to do. Charlie, tell us about Princeton. What are some of your favorite classes, some of the staff you are closest to or you've spent a lot of time with?
I think my favorite classes are the classes with a smaller group in there. For example, like my calc class with Mr. Tucker. There's only about 12 of us in there, so we know Mr. Tucker. We've had him for 2 years with pre-calc, and we get to know him, and he teaches us, and it's a great small class size.
I think something that's been a theme up here with these students is they're taking some really hard classes because you said calc, and I got little goosebumps from my days back in school. That was some hard stuff for me. So we really do like that and what you're doing. Coach, I believe this is your second year here, correct?
It is.
Tell us a little bit about your journey getting here, and then tell us about what you love about what you like, what you do at Princeton, I guess.
Sure. I'll try to give you the Reader's Digest version, as my mom would say.
There you go.
So moved back here. Actually grew up in Cincinnati. Moved back here from Los Angeles, and watched my nephew playing baseball, and just saw the coaching he was getting, and wasn't real happy. So I decided to get involved. So from that, I went over to Clark, coached the middle school. Went to Purcell Marion for 5 years, and got a chance to come over here, for the last 2 years. And it's just a great atmosphere. Like you said, it's a very diverse school. And you mentioned about sharing the kids and making sure they get a chance to do a lot. I'd say probably about 10 of my guys in my program are all in band. So they do a lot of different things. We kind of share the wealth, so to speak.
I think something you said is hit home with me a little bit as a former coach. I coached football here and some other places. A lot of years ago when I was a younger man. And I think you said you came back and started at the middle school level.
Right.
And worked your way up. Why is that important? Because nowadays coaches think, if I can't be at varsity, I should start at varsity.
Sure.
Why do you think it's important?
Because you don't know what you don't know. I learn something new every day. And I was lucky enough to start, like I said, at the middle school. From there, we became an assistant varsity coach. From there, went over and did JV, and now doing varsity. So it's just a lot of things you don't know. I learned something from my players, from other coaches every day. And, it's the experience is invaluable. So the more you can get, the better you're going to be.
Yeah. I think that's just a great life lesson. So I wanted you to explain that. Because when I heard that, I've dealt with especially younger folks, think they should go right to the top. And none of us got to the top from the start. We had to work our way up. And I think that's part of it. But part of that working your way up for our young people is that lesson you learn. You get different atmospheres, you get different lessons, and you become better at what you're doing.
Absolutely. What's life lessons? I always say it's more than baseball. I want to make sure these guys are outstanding citizens. They're good baseball players, but I want them to be outstanding citizens, and I don't want to overlook the grade point averages of these kids. Yeah. Charlie's grade point average is through the roof. Everybody we've got, I look at our overall GPA, and last time I looked, it was like a 3.6. That's the thing I'm really excited and happy about.
Yeah, that student athlete, as I mentioned earlier in one of our segments, is so important because eventually you can't play baseball or football or basketball or whatever you do, and what you need is that education, and that's the most important thing. Whether you go to college and play sports or not, that education will take you where you need to go. Yeah. Charlie, what are you involved with outside of school?
Outside of school, it's more baseball. At my job, I work with younger kids at the Reds Youth Academy as a camp counselor for their camps. They have some in the winter on MLK Day when there's longer weekends, or over the summer. And I really enjoy teaching the kids and teaching what I've learned to them. And it's just so fun to see them have a great time and get better throughout the week when I'm with them.
That's awesome. I think I'm a big Ohio State football fan, as most everybody probably knows if they follow my social media or ever see what I wear. And I think Woody Hayes said, pay it forward.
Yep.
And I love to see our young people paying it forward. So what they've learned, helping the generation coming up, is so important. So we appreciate that. Ms. Lilli.
So what do you both love about Princeton?
I think I love the staff, the atmosphere, and the community. Like, there's one big, large community of Princeton, but like mentioned before, there's smaller communities, band communities, orchestra, sports, but they're all intertwined, and it makes one large, great community.
Let me add on to that real quick. I think that intertwined piece is when you walk through our hallways, you might have certain students or whatever you're with, but everybody seems to get along for the most part, regardless if you're in music or you're an athlete or you taking IB courses or intermingling that. It seems folks get along and can have those conversations.
Yep.
And I will tell our community that doesn't happen everywhere. I've been other places. So that's something that makes me proud about Princeton as well.
Sure. I'm glad Charlie answered first because Charlie's been here a lot longer than I have. Mine is easy, the diversity of the school. I was totally happy at Purcell Marion, which is a very diverse school. There's no school I would have left for other than Princeton. And it's funny, people that knew me know the only place I would leave. I had other opportunities, but I wanted to go to a diverse school. And I think that's our biggest strong point is the diversity of the school on my team, everything. So that's what I love.
That is awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys stopping by. We know your season's coming up. Anything you want to add about the season and season expectations or when we can watch you play and do things like that?
Well, we have a scrimmage tonight against Walnut Hills, home scrimmage, and we hope to win the GMC and go as far as we can in the state tournament.
And I did not tell him to say that, but that's great, Charlie. Absolutely. We just want to take it as coaches will say, one game at a time. But
true coach speak.
Yeah, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. I'm extremely happy with the group I got, and we're going to make some noise this year.
Well, I look forward to checking you out. I'll get out there a few times and watch some good baseball. I used to play back as a younger man, and it's a really great sport, and it's a big sport in Cincinnati, as we know. So we appreciate you coming by. And we'll finish with how we always finish. Have a great day, and as always,
go Vikes!
Welcome back to Viking Voices, the people of Princeton. We now have two of our student athletes here. I'll let them introduce themselves and tell a little bit about themselves. So if you'd like to start.
My name is Wyatt Shaw. I'm a senior baseball player here at Princeton High School.
My name is Corey Bonner Jr. I'm a junior, and I play baseball and football here at Princeton High School.
All right. So Wyatt, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do here, what position you play in baseball, things like that.
Yes, sir. Like I said, I play baseball. I'm a catcher. Been on the varsity team for 4 years now. At Princeton, I really I'm one of those guys who just really for the team. I want what's best for the team, and I do whatever I can to prepare myself to help the team and hopefully we can succeed as much as possible.
That's awesome. Corey, how about you?
I play baseball and football. I play corner in football, and I'm center fielder. For baseball, I'm just all about the culture and just family. Like as my dad always told me, family is the most important thing because you always need somebody on your shoulder.
Yeah, no doubt. And I watch a little bit out there. I'm an old football coach and an old defensive back coach, so I'll be critiquing you out there. You did pretty good, so keep it up. When you talk about things here at Princeton, start with you, Wyatt. What are some of the things you like, or some of the classes and teachers that have been effective for you?
Yeah, so there's been two of my teachers this year that have been really helpful to me, Mr. Bruning and Miss Holliday. They've really been there for me, and I come into my second bell. I have a late arrival and early release, but I come into Mr. Bruning's class, and it's just like, man, I like being here. It's just one of those classes. It's like I really enjoy and the people there. And then I get to my fifth bell with Miss Holliday, and it's just one of those classes where I'm like, I get to do what I want, like almost, but I get to chill out. I get to get my work done. It's like it's a good area, a good space to be at, and it's really helpful to mentally.
And what do they teach?
Mr. Bruning's anatomy, honors anatomy. He's a science teacher, and Miss Holliday is the art teacher.
Once again, honors anatomy. Student athletes, we love that piece, and I knew that because I was the principal here, assistant principal.
Yes, sir.
Worked with both them, so I know how they do. What about you, Corey?
For me, it's my sixth bell teacher in body systems, Miss Gracia. We still get educational learning and stuff, and she's a very good teacher. And she helps with our other classes if we struggle too. Like she cares, she makes sure she checks our grades to to make sure we're on top of things, and also we just have fun at the same time.
That is great. And Corey, we'll stick with you. Outside of school, what are you involved in?
I'm involved in an engineering scholarship program down at UC, and it's going to help with my future. And I love giving back to the youth at my church with charity, giving out food to the homeless for Thanksgiving and all sorts of other holidays.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Give back. What about you, Wyatt?
Yeah, I really like to volunteer and help out with younger kids and give back to the game. Realistically, it's something that a lot of people overlook, and I think it's really important to share the love of what you know and your knowledge of where you're at and how much you've been around the game. It's just, I like to give back, and that's with anything outside of baseball, and it's just knowledge, schooling, anything like that.
Yeah. Lilli, question?
So what's your favorite thing about being here at Princeton?
My favorite thing about being here at Princeton is just the culture of the school. Like, everybody just takes care of each other, brotherhood-wise and sisterhood-wise. Like, I usually don't see anybody just feel uncomfortable or out of place here because it's just a place to be, a great place to be.
Yeah, to add on to that, I really like what he's had to say. It's really accepting. A school that I think is like, we build a bond, and it's more of a family, so-called. We always, when we're breaking out from practices or games, we always go Vikes on 3, family on 6, and it's just like, we keep that mentality with us. Like, this school outside of sports and inside the sport, it's just, we're a family, we're brothers, we're sisters. Like, we're really accepting of one another.
Yeah, that seems to be a theme when I talk to folks all the time, is that family and that togetherness. And that's what makes, you guys will be graduates one day, you sooner than Corey, but you'll see when you come back, everywhere I go, someone tells me, if they see this Viking on my lapel or a Viking shirt, they talk about, I'm a Princeton grad, they tell me the year, and that's such a great thing. You will have that forever. I think that's awesome. So Wyatt, I think I remember being a signing day for you. What's your future plans?
So my future plans, I'm going to Valparaiso University to play baseball and study being, my major is going to be pre-PA, pre-physician assistant.
Okay.
And I plan on originally intending to be an orthopedic surgeon, going to med school and whatnot if baseball doesn't work out, if I can't make it to the majors and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if school's a little too much, I'm gonna back off from being an orthopedic surgeon and go to PA school and become a physician assistant.
Okay. Well, it's great to have plans and backup plans. I think that's good to be. And Corey, I know you have a little more time with us, but what are you looking forward to after you leave Princeton? What do you hope to do?
I'm looking forward to attempting to play college baseball and football at the same time, which I know would be a challenge, but I feel like I can handle it just based off my load of classes and sports now as well. I feel like I prepared myself for it, and then I'm going to major in mechanical engineering.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you coming by. You represent Princeton very well with pride, and I look forward to coming out and watching you play. So we'll finish as always. Have a great day, and as always, go Vikes! Welcome back to Viking Voices of the People of Princeton. We're now here with our fabulous school treasurer for Princeton City Schools, Miss Chris Petter. Miss Petter, how are you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Great. Well, thank you for joining us. Do you mind telling the folks a little bit about who you are and what you do and what a treasurer does? Because even as a superintendent, I'm in your office a lot asking a lot of questions, and she's really patient with me and explains these things, some things I need to learn. So.
Well, I'm Chris Petter. I've been at Princeton for, I think I'm finishing my 9th year. Time flies when you're having a lot of fun. And I've been a treasurer. This is my 2nd career. I started out in the business world, and I don't regret a single minute of making the switch. I come from a public education family. Grandfather was superintendent, mother, aunts, uncles, teachers, daughter-in-law's a teacher. My son works in a business office at Hamilton City Schools, and my other son's an athletic director. We are consumed by education, and we love it.
Family affair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a better career for
And
anyone.
I know something you're very proud of. You have some grandbabies too, huh?
Yes, hopefully I will have 2 more excellent public school raised children in the family. They'll probably be Lakota students. Their parents live in Liberty Township right now, so I know. I know. It's your second favorite district.
Too, but guess what? I watched back up and came back to Princeton,
favorite
so
district.
we're all right there.
So.
Tell us about things going on in the district now with finances and things of that nature and where we're at.
So the district has evolved quite a bit since I've been here. I could kind of see it coming. Princeton's always been known as a school that has a lot of wealth and advantage. Certainly, it's very different from the districts I worked at prior to that. I see what that can do for our students. A lot of different opportunities. It's very important, very valuable. And we see how our kids excel when they're given these extra advantages. And we certainly have seen that in your latest report card.
Yeah.
So I just hope that me, my team, which also helps me get all this work done, can continue to support that, continue to do the good work so that young students get all these advantages that Princeton brings.
Yeah. I know it's important to shout out the team because, as I always say, none of us do this alone. You're the treasurer, I'm the superintendent, and we're out in the face, but we have great people behind the scenes that help us and answer questions, and we rely on for that support. So that is awesome. So
they do the work.
We always want to do the shout out to our team because that is so important. As far as any messaging to the community about when we have taxes that come in and things that there's a lot in the news about the governor's tax budget and anything you want to add with that?
So just the revenue stream, the way we get our money at Princeton is changing. Tangible personal property tax is something that many people in Princeton don't even know about anymore. But that was a great source of income for this district and did allow us to start all these programs that we have done that the students get to take advantage of, we get to take advantage of, our community gets to take advantage of. So now we're evolving a little bit. That money is completely phasing out over the next few years. So we're going to have to start doing what most of the public school districts around the state are doing, which is asking voters to help support the school. State is not going to support us to the level we need. We are a rich district. I use that in air quotes because property value-wise, we're rich. Income-wise, we're pretty rich. It just doesn't look like what our students look like. So we do have 70% economically disadvantaged students, but they live in a community that is seen as rich.
Yeah. And I wanted you to explain that because when you say that, but then you say 70%, it kind of butts each other, but it's the way the state sees it.
When I talk to other districts, treasurers at other districts, and I say those things, they just really see Princeton as a rich district. And I say, yeah, our community, our valuation, rich. Yes, wealthy. But our students have troubles.
Ms. Lilli, you want to ask a question?
So what's your favorite part about working here at Princeton?
I think it's just all the people I get to work with. Everyone is so different. Everyone has the same goal in mind at the end of the day, though. I enjoy, my job is filled with problem solving and sometimes confrontation, but I've enjoyed doing that in my career. I hope at the end of every conversation people realize that I'm just here to solve a problem, help them do things the right way, and if I can do it a way that makes them happy, it makes me happy too.
Yeah, and I would agree with that. It's my third time at Princeton, and I think we don't always agree on everything, but everybody seems to stay professional.
Yes.
And that's the key. I think the way people grow and organizations grow is having healthy conversation that may not always be agreeable, but it's professional. And that's what I expect from my team, and that's what I want our students to see us do, so they do that as well. So I think that's really important.
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to add before we let you go?
I don't think so. I think the key is don't make assumptions about the school's finances. If you have questions, contact me.
We'll be out here soon, and hopefully you can stop by and see us. So we'll finish as always. Have a great day, and as always, go Vikes!